Last year, the experimental Recon Mission mode was launched for the very first time. Together, we worked on testing and improving new maps. More than 2 million players took part in the event. Over 1 million surveys were completed. A big thanks to our most active and fearless scouts. With your help, we were able to get the data we needed and make some improvements. The Outpost was the clear leader among the tested maps last year. We're currently finalizing this map and plan to release it in September. The second most popular map, Oyster Bay, is next on our to-do list. It should appear in random battles in early 2023. In the meantime, we're preparing to launch Recon Mission again. In the relaunch, you'll find improved locations from the previous year, as well as several new maps to explore. First, let's recall what this mode is all about. Recon Mission is a training ground. Here, players can be the first to test new maps and leave their feedback. Players can enter this mode via a special banner in the garage, or using the mode selection window. Battles here are fought in Tier 8 to Tier 10 vehicles, and the results are recorded in the random battles statistics. In Recon Mission, you can complete regular and daily missions, as well as earn marks of excellence, battle pass points, credits, and bonds. Please note that players cannot participate in tours of duty or complete personal missions in this mode. But other than that, the rules are identical to random battles. Recon Mission will start very soon. And unlike last year, there will be one launch instead of 3. You will have 2 weeks to explore and test 6 maps. 3 maps are brand new, and the other 3 have been improved since last year. Let's start with the reworked Canyon map. In the center, the changed terrain and additional bushes will give light vehicles more cover and places for safe active scouting. The bushes have been reworked at the TD positions, as well as the positions on the map themselves. As for SPGs, a lot of vegetation has been added to the map, which will make their firing position even safer. The Air Shipyard map has been redesigned in several key positions. The area in the center has been reworked for light vehicles. We've added covers, increased the number of bushes, and changed the terrain. On the medium tank's flank, battles will now take place on the hill instead of the lowland as before. This will make the area tactically important for dealing damage to the entire center of the map. Also, both sides now have sniper positions to allow players to cover their allies on this flank and fire at the area with the airship. On the far east map, changes were made to the covers in the main directions. In the center, there are now more buildings and new routes for surprise attacks. In the bottom left corner of the map, new covers have been added and the terrain has changed. This will give the left team more cover from enemy fire. The runway has also become a safe area due to additional structures, which allow you to cross it without taking damage when moving from the mountain towards one of the bases. Go explore the updated maps. If you think they can be improved even more, feel free to share your feedback. Now, it's time to check out the 3 new maps. Nikiyevka, a mixed-type map that sends players to the Soviet backwoods. The combat areas are clearly divided into the town and green spaces. The town is a domain for heavy vehicles of every stripe. Here, you have an opportunity to go haul down or do some side scraping. If need be, you can even make a turning maneuver through the central street. The green space is even more interesting. There are many covers and terrain irregularities for nimble vehicles. The area is completely covered by snipers on the ledges, and if allies take control of the hilltop, the enemy won't be able to get away unscathed. Aquila, a large open map with Italian undertones. There is a town in the center from which you can control most of the map. Light tanks rule the area around the town. Due to the open terrain, these vehicles have a lot of room for maneuvering and scouting, and they're especially effective when tank destroyers are covering them from the rocks. The hottest battles between heavy tanks take place in the urban area. Medium tanks will engage on the right flank in the battle for the hill. Klostertal, a European-style urban map. The right flank serves as a clash area for sturdy vehicles. The position itself is divided into two parts. If one of them is pushed through, the vehicles in the other part will be surrounded. There is quite a large park in the center of the map that houses medium and light tanks. There's enough cover here for even the most poorly armored vehicles to avoid damage and find something useful to do. There are sniper positions for tank destroyers along the outskirts of the town. From here, they can fire at the center and cover the heavy vehicles in the city. Don't be confused by the look of the test maps. Any maps that pass the Recon Mission will be fine-tuned to their usual high standard before appearing in the game. In the meantime, our main goal is to understand which maps you like the most and why. Once you've gotten to the top 12 players by experience in 6 battles on the same map, you'll be able to answer a survey. The interface has become softer on the eyes and more user-friendly. We've also optimized it to work faster and without lag. Important changes have been made to the survey questions. Now, if you don't think that a map is balanced, you can point out any problematic positions and describe the issues in detail. After completing the survey, your answers will be studied and the maps will be improved. Recon Mission is more than just a pretty name. In this new, uncharted territory you're about to explore, everyone will be a newcomer. Your determination will be rewarded with personal reserves, directives, styles, days of WOT premium account, and the commemorative Topography Master Medal. At the end of the first week, all progress on rewards will be reset, so the most active Recon Scouts will be able to earn them all over again. Once Recon Mission is over, we'll choose the most popular maps, perfect them, and try to introduce them into the game as soon as possible. But for this, we need your help in both deed and word. Luckily, the last Recon Mission proved that you are more than capable. Fight battles, take surveys, contribute to the future of our maps.